Welcome to Neural News Hub. Today, we are breaking down one of the biggest clashes in all of sports, the T20 World Cup showdown between arch rivals India and Pakistan, live from a packed Arpremedasa Stadium in Colombo. Oh, this was a match with absolutely everything. High-stakes drama, pure individual brilliance, and a result that, let's be honest, is becoming a bit of a tradition in these tournaments. So let's get right into how it all went down.
So, the coin goes up, Pakistan wins the toss and decides to bowl first, a move that looks like genius almost immediately. The pressure is on, and for India's opener Abhishek Sharma, it's an absolute nightmare. First over, and he's gone for a duck, a golden duck. For India, it was the worst possible start. But in these huge games, that's often when someone decides to step up and play the innings of a lifetime.
And that someone was Ishan Kishan. Just look at that number, 77. That tells you everything you need to know. With his team in trouble, Kishan just launched an unbelievable counterattack, smashing an incredible 77 runs of just 40 balls. I mean, on a tricky pitch where everyone else was finding it tough, he was playing a completely different game. He just took the attack to Pakistan and raced to his 50 in only 27 deliveries. Absolutely sensational stuff. But, of course, Pakistan was never going to just roll over. Right after Kishan got out, they fought their way back into the match, and they did it with spin. It was a classic squeeze play. Saim Ayub was the star, taking out Tilak Varma and then Hardik Pandya on back-to-back deliveries. And just like that, India went from flying high at 126 for 2 to suddenly looking vulnerable at 126 for 4. The momentum, it had totally flipped. But this is where India's incredible batting depth really came into play. First, Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dubey steadied the ship with a vital partnership. And then came the finish. A late flurry, topped off by a fiery little cameo from Rinku Singh, absolutely hammered 15 crucial runs in that final over. It pushed India to a final score of 175, a total that felt more than competitive. It felt like a real challenge on this pitch. So, with a tough total on the board, it was time for India's bowlers to go to work. And what we saw next? Well, it can only be described as absolute carnage. See, this modern Indian bowling unit is just so disciplined, so smart. They don't just hope for a lucky wicket. They build pressure, ball after ball after ball, until the other team has no choice but to crack. And just look at the scale of this demolition. Seriously, Pakistan's chase was over before it ever really started. Hardik Pandya kicked things off with a wicket maiden. Let me repeat that, a wicket maiden in a T20. That's almost unheard of. Then in the very next over, Jasprit Bumrah comes in and strikes twice, getting rid of Sam Ayub and the captain, Salman Agha. The entire top order was just gone. And this number right here, this is the knockout punch, 13 for 3. After just 2 overs, 12 balls, Pakistan's run chase was in complete and utter tatters. The game was basically won and lost right there, inside a power play that was supposed to be their biggest scoring opportunity. From that position, there was just no coming back. This was a total team demolition job by the bowlers. It wasn't about 1 or 2 guys having a great day. Bumrah and Pandya did the damage up front, Axar Patel got the massive wicket of Babar Azam, and then the spinners, Chakravarti and Yadav, just completely choked the life out of the middle order. Look at that list. Every single bowler who came on took at least 1 wicket. It was a masterclass. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? Pakistan were not building a pursuit, they were surviving one. Besides a lone fighting knock from Usman Khan, there was just no resistance at all. Pakistan were eventually bowled out for a mere 114, handing India a massive, dominant 61-run victory. So what does this all mean for the big picture? Well, as you can see from this chart, India's T20 World Cup record against Pakistan is now an absolutely staggering 8-1. At this point, it's not just a rivalry, it's total domination. And, just as importantly, this huge win officially punches India's ticket to the Super 8 stage of the tournament. What an incredible performance from start to finish. A truly dominant win on the biggest stage. If you enjoyed this breakdown, you know what to do. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more such updates and informative videos right here on Neural News Hub. Thanks for watching.